Great day. Welcome to the House of Cons on Blackjack. Try boy with me one more time. Salute.
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah. That's what they used to call me back in the day, old nasty boy. Yeah, they Blackjack and nasty boy. But I wasn't eating no nasty food though.
You big dummy.
Who's that eating that nasty food? Beyonce Mama. Hey, salute Bronze Flat Power Guard in the house. Salute Hoshep 22 in the house. Salute Tribe up with me one more time. Oh, we got a good show lined up, man. I don't know, man. Sometimes the Most High, I think sometimes the Most High be messing with us. I don't know, man. I don't know. The Most High be revealing, but I believe the Most High be sitting back messing with the House of Cons. So the Most High be messing with us, me and y'all, for real. I think so. Cause it seems like we go to talking about certain stuff, and next thing you know, it's a relevant conversation. Salute. It's a relevant conversation to other stuff going on. They just had the Houston rodeo down there. Salute to the knockers down there in Houston, chilling at the rodeo, the original cowboy. You know what I'm talking about? And they said I went down there. I was down there chilling at the rodeo. I had my cowboy hat on. I had my 6 shoot on my hip. I was down there. I was like, yeah, I got family out there in Houston. I went on down there to Houston, went to the rodeo. I got out there and somebody told me, hey, Blackjack. I was like, yeah, what's up, bro? They say, guess what, man? Beyonce Mama, right over there in the booth, selling gumbo. I said, you bullshit. I said, nah, bro, dead serious. I looked over there, it was a long ass line. It was a long line of people in line to get some of that Tina Knowles gumbo. So I was like, dang, I ain't know Beyonce Mama know nothing about that gumbo. I'm like, she look white. I know she mixed. I know she got some ancestry from Europe. So I was like, do she really know about gumbo? I was like, I don't know. I was like, let me go see what So I went over to the line. And there was some people that already got some. And they were walking off looking all mad. They were talking crazy. I was like, well, what the hell going on in here? They were like, Blackjack. They were like, Blackjack, you might well get right back out that line. This gumbo looked like diarrhea. I said, say less. I say, I'm very picky about my soul food, my original copper-colored American soul food. I'm very picky about where I get it from because I got to keep the culture. It can't be no okra. It can't be no crazy shit up in that gumbo. I ain't going to eat it. And then if it smell funny, if it smell funky, I ain't eating that gumbo. So they were like, yeah, she got that ramen noodle gumbo. I was like, ramen noodle gumbo? I was like, what kind of gumbo is that? I was like, what part of the game is this? I ain't never heard of no ramen noodle gumbo. I'm like, that ain't real gumbo. I'm like, that ain't real gumbo. I say, what's the ingredients? They went to talking about all kind of crazy stuff that don't even supposed to go in gumbo. I'm like, man, these people crazy, man. I'm like, see, we gotta maintain our culture, man. We can't just be letting everybody F up the culture. That's why I'm about to drop this copper colored cookbook, because we got to put the ingredients down, how our ancestors did it from the beginning of time, and we can't be playing with nobody. We can't even let no fake culture vultures come up in, no tellers come up in here trying to steal our culture, and then they don't even know what they doing.
Tether.
Yes, Beyonce mother is half tether. We gonna talk about it. We done did a genealogy one time before. Some of y'all might have seen that episode we did Beyonce genealogy. Hey, Poison Puppet in the house, salute. If you ain't see that live stream where we did Beyonce genealogy, look back in the catalog. It's in there. I don't release a lot of the videos out of members only. I brought them to the public. But yeah, we did Beyonce genealogy. Her mama half tether. But man, we gonna talk about this, man. because when it comes to this soul food, I am very serious because I know it's indigenous to America. It's a representative of our ancestors and our identity. And I refuse to let people hijack it. Salute. That's why we're going to talk about it. Look at all these videos. All I did was I typed in Beyonce Mama Gumbo. And all these videos came up. Look at this. Look at this. Woman shares, Tina knows, stirs the pot. Look at that. She's stirring the pot. They like a review of Beyonce Mama Gumbo. Look at that Beyonce. We're going to look at some of these videos, because I want y'all to see what people were saying. There's some more. Hold on. Let's scroll through. Oh, look at that. There go my video. That ain't my video. There go my video up in the lineup. Ain't that something? Ooh. Well, it was a sister on here. She had got some of that Beyonce Tina knows gumbo, and she said it wasn't right, man. She said Beyonce Mama had a bad attitude. She said she did her dirty. Yeah, that's the girl right there. She got a video. Hold on, what her video? She got it's a short though. I was looking at it. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all real quick. Hold on. Let me see if I can pull her short up real quick. I'm gonna come back to that screen. All right, hold on. That ain't what I want to do. All right, yo, China. Gotta look at my history. Hold on. Alright, it's gonna be over here. Let's put it up. Yeah, they say Beyonce. She said Beyonce Mama dissed her. I was like, dang, she did you dirty. See, look at here. Hold on. Where it say? Right here. Let me take the mute off.
Oh yeah, but my feelings are so hurt.
She said her feelings were hurt. That gumbo was so nasty.
I was so embarrassed and so humiliated. I went and finished it out and finished my picture, getting my stuff. But I hate that I purchased from her. She treated me not in a good way. She treated me like I was nothing. I was so excited to meet this lady and thinking that, you know, I could just exchange some good energy with good hellos and stuff. It was terrible. I literally could break down and cry how awful that experience was.
She didn't even say hi.
She didn't even speak. She walked away from me several times without speaking or even putting a finger up to say, hold on, bitch, or anything.
Damn. Beyonce Mama ain't shit. She do her fans like that. Man, I try to respond to all the people that F with me. If you rock with me, I rock with you, man. These are the people that support her, and this how she doing?
She treated me like I was beneath her or so far up under her. Like
she treated you like you was a bowl of that diarrhea. See, that why and they say that she was charging down there $30 for a bowl of gumbo. They say it was like $25 for a bowl of gumbo.
Like, it was disgusting. It was so disgusting and so embarrassing how she did me. The only reason I have this shit is because I was too embarrassed to even walk away out of the line. And I was so excited about meeting a celebrity. I never met one before, or anybody that was really famous, and I was so excited.
Hey, for the purpose of this, she had to make it with some beef ramen noodle. They say somebody said it tastes like she put the ramen noodle seasoning in it. You know what I'm saying? That's what inspired me with the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying?
And
I said they got a Beyonce
like
Tina knows flavor gumbo flavor ramen noodle now.
And so humiliating. The gumbo, for starters, it stinks, and I'm not even lying. Hold it up, I can't even. The
She said it stinks.
I feel like I would throw up even from it. But
see, food ain't supposed to stink. Food not supposed to be stink. Food's supposed to make you want to eat, not want to throw up. Salute.
I'm gonna go ahead and taste it anyway because I went through the damn process. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all welcome. I ain't gonna say nothing that is not right. I am gonna be real, keep it 100. I don't even want to taste it. Like I am so disgusted at the smell alone.
213 low gang in the house. Salute.
Makes me want to not taste it. Well, her attitude alone makes me not want to taste it, and her treatment towards me. However, I bought it. I'm here.
Yeah, if you got a funky attitude and your food funky, I ain't eating that shit. I ain't hell no. They say some people were saying she a witch. They said y'all. I don't know. I don't know a whole lot about Beyonce Mama, but they say Tina knows. They say she practiced witchcraft. They said that was witch's brew. They said don't eat that shit. That's what they were saying.
Some celebrity
I don't know.
bullshit. Let's go.
Why it look so watery?
It smell like burnt fish stuff. Like burnt fish stuff.
Why is it
with
so
gravy.
watery though?
I'm honestly scared to taste it. Look at these shrimp. These ain't the same size shrimp they had at first. They was big, voluptuous, beautiful shrimp I was seeing all over the internet. This is not even the same.
That's them
shrimp.
just add water
I
shrimp.
don't think that I can even do it, y'all. I don't even want to taste it. I'm so disgusted.
I would like to, but the smell is
I can't. I can't even go through with taking a real taste. I'm going to pass, and I'm going to leave that shit for the dogs. I'm going to set it over there.
Damn.
Where she can
Not
have her
for
shit
not
back.
for Rusty.
I don't even like what she
She
did
gonna
to
leave it
me.
for the
Well,
dogs.
just go in the trash right there.
What is
She gonna give it to
happening?
Bobo.
I'm gonna
Can I
keep
turn off the
it. Maybe
camera?
I keep it in the bag. I don't know.
Can I turn off the camera?
I'm so disgusted. Hold it so I don't. It don't. Yeah, you can stop. Experience. It was terrible.
Slow. They say it was a terrible experience. So this what they saying. This what they saying. So I ain't even. I changed my mind. I ain't even get none. I'm like, no, thank you. I was like, I'm okay, Miss Nose. I'm like, I'm okay this time. Let's go. Wait, let's go back. Let's go back to the to all the videos though. Hold on, cause it was more people had something to say, and we gotta talk about this gumbo because this is an indigenous American food dish, and a lot of indigenous American people, we can cook. Our ancestors could cook. So you can't just be sliding and just know anything towards us, especially if it's something that we created. You can't slide just no bobo ass dog food gumbo towards us when our ancestors created gumbo and we got cooks all throughout our history for generations. You can't just give us anything because you gonna get roasted. We got controversies going on with Mr. Tenderism and all kind of stuff going on, and Beyonce Mama got the nerve to go out here with some bullshit ass gumbo. You know you finna get it. Let's see what they gotta say. This other people got some. They say Mama Tina's attitude exposed. Look at that. They talking about her. Everybody talking about Mama Tina's gumbo.
She could have called this shit beef stew. We give.
Bruh coming in hot. He's coming in hot.
Boom shakalaka!
Look like he got barrettes in his hair.
Another motherfucking word, and this shit is.
I ain't even tripping off the barrettes right now. I'm gonna let him slide with the barrettes. Do your thing, little nigga. I don't wear barrettes. But he coming in hot on the roast. He said she might as well call it beef stew.
Fuck. And then we won't have this much of a discourse. But she called the gumbo. And that's not giving
He
gumbo.
got a little twang in his voice. So that explains the bows in his hair. That explains the barrettes in his hair. He got a twang to his voice.
I'm mad at that girl because she's from New Orleans. She's telling y'all that the gumbo was mediocre. Let me tell you something. Well, bitch, me being a Louisiana
Oh
native,
yeah, he definitely got the twang.
Biatch.
The way he just said bitch. He said that just like a female. I gotta let this one play
I feel
again.
as if the gumbo looked it watery. The color.
He got extra
alone
sweet tea. He got
wasn't
extra sugar in his
brown
sweet tea.
enough. It wasn't no grease flowing at the top of the girl's bowl. It wasn't. We don't do healthy shit for no gumbo. You gonna make gumbo? Just saying.
Bro said we don't do healthy shit for the gumbo. Hold on, I'm gonna let this one play again. He funny. He funny literally. He literally funny. He literally funny.
Just because they celebrities. But one thing about it, two things for sure. If you from Louisiana, period. If you try to do anything that's ours, just like thank ya, y'all trying to steal it, we gonna come back and reclaim our shit.
You know, I just want to say this. We got to be real with our...
She a Beyonce Tina super fan. I already know she finna. Man, we gotta support Beyonce. And she finna go in. Nah, we gonna run back. We gonna run back and let Sweet Tea cook that more one more time. We gonna let Sweet Tea cook one more time.
She could have called this shit beef stew. All we give.
This gumbo.
She could have called this shit beef stew. All we give a fuck. And then we won't have this much of a discourse. But she called it gumbo. And that's not giving gumbo. I'm mad at that girl because she's from New Orleans. She's telling y'all that the gumbo was mediocre. Let me tell you something. Well, bitch, me being a Louisiana native, I feel as if the gumbo looked it watery.
Hey, see, I agree, bro. Sus or whatever going on, I agree. It was watery. It was watery. I said that right away.
Alone,
it was giving ramen noodle
enough. It wasn't
giving ramen noodle
grease flowing at the top of the girl's bowl. It wasn't. We don't do healthy shit for no gumbo. If you gonna make gumbo, just saying. I don't understand.
I bet Beyonce Mama make white people cornbread. I bet her cornbread nasty as fuck. Eat no Sunday dinner at Tina Knowles' house. That's why she ain't got no man no more.
And it's Beyonce Mama, and y'all be trying to give people a pass just because they celebrities. But one thing about it, two things for sure. If you from Louisiana, period.
Salute to Louisiana.
Anything that's ours, just like thank ya. Y'all trying to steal it. We gonna come back and reclaim our shit.
Naga's reclaiming the indigenous heritage, my Naga. Salute. This what I'm talking about, my Naga. Stand on business, my Naga, when it come to our culture. When it come to our food culture, our identity, this is standing on business, man. There's people out here mad. Let them get mad. If your gumbo ain't shit, your gumbo ain't shit. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And we gonna tell you. We're not finna protect. We don't care who you is. You could have been Beyonce grandma. If that gumbo ain't hitting, Naga's on your ass. Naga's on your ass. Come over here. We ain't playing. The Booty Scratchers already went to the Essence Festival. The African Booty Scratchers went to the Essence Festival and effed it up, talking about jambalaya versus jollof rice and all this kind of stupid shit. So they already know we on high alert. Any culture vulturism, anybody doing it wrong, we on them. We on them. Let's see what somebody else got to say. See, he a Beyonce super fan. Look, let's play one of the super fans.
Oh my God! Beyonce's mom, Mama Tina, is selling
That's a cup
gumbo
of noodles. If that ain't a cup of ramen noodles, first off, you can't present gumbo to me in no ramen noodle cup. The hell wrong with Beyonce Mama?
at the Houston Rodeo. Everybody say it's gas, and there's only one way to find out. Mama Tina, you're going to the grinder. I'm a little nervous about this one. I am part of the Beehive. I'm a Beyonce fanatic.
You can't trust the Beehive. They gonna tell you it's fire. They gonna just say everything she do fire. You can't trust the Beehive. You gotta see what the real people say. Look at her. Somebody said this is not gumbo. Let's see what they talking about. Let's see what they talking about. Somebody said this is not gumbo. They said she had some of the wrong ingredients in there. You can't have the wrong ingredients.
Y'all, this gumbo had me dancing with a mouth full of gumbo. Thank you, Mama Tina. I loved you before I met you, and I love you
these
even more.
The Beehive.
All right, enough of me talking. Go get that gumbo.
Girl, I don't know if it's just me, but I've been seeing everybody eat Mama Tina gumbo and stuff like that. The roux look way too dark. Like, the roux's supposed to be a peanut butter color.
Well, no, I don't see, man. It's the problem, man. Everybody needs to study, man. Salute. The roux is dark. It's not about how dark the roux is. That's not what's throwing it off. The roux is dark. Everybody got to do some studying, man. We can't lose our culture. That's why I'm finna make this cookbook for real. And when this cookbook, I'm gonna talk about the indigenous culture. I'm gonna bring it. Watch. I'm gonna debunk all the out of Africa theory that when it comes to our cooking culture, I'm gonna debunk that out of Africa stuff.
It look like gravy, like a roast gravy. Like, that roux is too dark. You can't even see the gumbo. It's not the same consistency. You only get 3 shrimp. Girl, for it to be $25 and it's in that little pint, girl, in Louisiana, we could get a pint of gumbo for like $13.99.
I know you ain't paying $27 and getting 3 shrimp. Beyonce Mama out here wilding.
Biatch.
I want my money back. See, that's why I ain't buy none.
$12.99, and that's just a pint. $25 for some gumbo, girl. And you can't even see the gumbo, but you gotta stir it to see it, girl. I don't know. I'm going to the carnival today.
Jake
I'm going to try the
Jake
gumbo.
time
I'm
in
going to
the
give y'all
house,
my
salute.
honest opinion. I'm not biased. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Y'all know how I get on. For that line to be that long and you just give them people a spoon and a pint of gumbo for $30, damn near plus tax? Girl, Tina, girl. At least
She's trying to
people
go platinum. She trying to make money like Beyonce. What the hell wrong with her? $30 for a little old for a little old cup of noodle. Ain't nobody, man. Beyonce Mama tripping. She trying. See, this why you can't bring everybody to the cookout. We got to start letting everybody. We got to start screwing. But we own her. I ain't gonna. The cons is on her. Cause you see all these videos talking about this nasty. People pissed off. Look at the Beyonce's mom faces backlash for her gumbo. How you know your gumbo ain't shit when you getting backlash over your gumbo. You know that gumbo nasty as hell. Ain't no, cause if the gumbo was good, this would be going a different way right now. This would be going. See, you can't jump out there. If you know your ass can't cook. You should have been in there. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about, man. Like, see, a lot of women out here. Women are all races. Let me say that. A lot of women out here, they be talking about they don't cook and they don't clean, right? Well, I be like, dang, they talking about cooking and cleaning, that's slavery. But then they go work and slave on the job. I seen a woman on the back of a garbage truck the other day throwing garbage bags. I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, if that ain't slavery, I'm like, if that ain't slavery, I don't know what slavery is. Salute to the garbage can workers. I'm like, dang, this woman could have been just some regular man slave. She gonna be, I tell a woman, look, you can either go be the white man slave, or you can come cook and clean in my house and be my slave. You pick. You pick who you want to be the slave for, me or the white man. If cooking and cleaning is slavery, but man, for real, see, man, the women got an important job in every race of people. Let's get serious for a minute. All the laughing aside, let's be serious. The men of a race, we got our job, but the women got an important job of maintaining the culture. We all know with every race, with every race of people, the man and the woman. The cultural aspect of the woman cooking is part of that. You know, we got men that can cook. We ain't on no chauvinism, no misogyny. We know women can do other stuff besides just cook. But I don't understand like these women that say, well, I don't cook and it's slavery and this and that. They just letting go of the culture. Is it you don't cook or is it that you can't cook? It ain't never too late to learn. These Latinas, I bet you go to their house and they making enchiladas and shit. They got enchiladas. They over there making linguinis, burritos, and all kind of shit in motherfucking in Maria house. Man, the women got an important job, man, keeping the culture, man. That's a big job. Passing down tradition, recipes, cooking. Our indigenous foods, that is a big job. That is exposing our identity. If we lose that, we're losing our identity. They was down there at the rodeo. These not be having that rodeo in Houston.
Hello everyone, this is Troy Kless and I'm a reporter here in Houston. The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo is responding after a fight occurred here in the carnival area on Saturday night. The Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo sent KHOU11 a statement which says that fights broke out.
The niggas is out!
Darkness, everybody! Everyone! Darkness is spreading! One of them zippity-doo-dah days.
Knockers out here fighting, shooting, getting arrested. See, I know you knockers take the blicky everywhere you go. I already know how you knockers get down.
In the carnival area, causing crowds to run and create confusion. The rodeo sent a statement which says, out of an...
Yeah, bitch, we created the rodeo. That's why our rodeo lit. Our rodeo will always be lit, bitch. Way more lit than y'all rodeo. Our rodeo is what's up. It's like our food and our culture is what's up. If you're scared, don't go. Stay at home. Look, see, we gotta maintain our history. We gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it because they try to give the history of gumbo to Africa. They try to say that well, that's just another version of jollof rice.
You big dummy.
Well, we gotta understand. We gotta look at it. We gotta start just listening to other people about our culture and letting them tell us they didn't invent gumbo. Our great grandmothers invented gumbo, and grandfathers. And it wasn't no tradition that came from Africa. And there's plenty of ways to see it that it didn't come from Africa. For one, they don't make gumbo in Africa. For two, look at the ingredients. Where do the ingredients come from? And that's the ingredients is a major part of the deception. Because when we look at the history of gumbo, let's see what they're telling you. And I'm exposed to major deception. The history of gumbo, Encyclopedia of Louisiana, 64 parishes. Learn about the history of gumbo on 64 parishes. The award-winning online encyclopedia of Louisiana history and culture. All right, the AI overview. Let's see what the AI say, because we gotta expose the lies and the BS. The AI telling us gumbo's etymology, you know, the linguistics, the origin of the word, right? They say it stems, you know, like the stem from the root. Gumbo's etymology stems primarily from West African Bantu languages. Is this true? Does the word gumbo come from a Bantu language? We can expose it how it's not true easily. Let's take our time. Don't just walk past it and look at it, but you looked at it, but you ain't look at it. They telling you gumbo stem primarily from West African Bantu language, where words like kingumbo or akingumbo mean okra. First off, if gumbo come from America, okra don't come from America. Okra come from Africa. And you see they want to give you a West African root. They say, yeah, gumbo come from a West African Bantu language where the words like kingumbo or akingumbo mean okra. But what does okra got to do with gumbo? Salute. Is okra even part of the ingredients of gumbo? Let's talk about this. Is okra truly a part of the ingredients of gumbo? The answer is no. And I'm going to show you. So if okra is not part of the ingredients of gumbo, how could the word gumbo come from kingumbo or akingumbo, which means okra? If okra not even an ingredient in gumbo, then the word gumbo does not come from an African Bantu language. They talking about a primary thickener for the stew. Enslaved people brought the ingredient. So slaves had ingredients, because I ain't seen nobody packing no ingredients, no okra on the slave ship images. Where was the ingredients at? Do we got to pull up the slave ship? They say enslaved people brought the ingredients. Okay, so you mean to say, hey, Saf in the house, salute. Hold on, let me get a Saf a wrench. So you trying to tell me the slaves got on the slave ship and they say, well, since you taking us to America as slaves, hold up, before we go, let me go back and get my okra and my ingredients. Okra is indigenous to Africa. Okra is indigenous to Africa. Salute. Hey, but check it out. Let's continue. Let's not get lost. Let's not get sidetracked. We got a point to make. Okra has nothing to do with gumbo. None of my ancestors used okra in their gumbo. Gumbo has specific ingredients, and we're going to talk about it. A original Skywalker in the house. Enslaved people brought the ingredient and name to Louisiana in the 1700s. They telling you slaves from Africa brought okra with them in the 1700s to Louisiana with the word gumbo, becoming Louisiana French for okra. Is that true? First off, let's see what the ingredients of gumbo is. Salute, this will tell us everything. Let's see if we see okra in the ingredients. Traditional fowl gumbo is Louisiana so-called Creole. It's Louisiana, but so-called Creole, it's a nigger dish. Thickened with fowl powder, Fire powder. They thickened the roux, the gravy, with fire powder, dried sassafras leaves. Added at the end rather than okra. Not okra. They did not use okra. Key ingredients include a dark roux, oil, flour, the Holy Trinity. You know what the Holy Trinity is? Onions, celery, and bell peppers. That's what's in gumbo. Onion, celery, and bell peppers. Salute. I mean, a dish comes with ingredients. You can't just niggerize everything, throwing everything that you want. You can't just let me throw a slice of lemon in there. Now you done made something. Let me throw a tomato in there, a little bit of corn and some potatoes. You done made something else now. That's not gumbo no more. You can't just decide to throw some okra in gumbo and now all of a sudden it's supposed to be part of the recipe. That is a lie. It's the Holy Trinity. It's onions, celery, and bell peppers. And for the meat, it was either chicken, sausage, or seafood. And Creole seasoning, so-called Creole seasoning, that's just nigger seasoning. Typically served over rice. Okra is not mentioned. They say rather than okra. So they're telling you okra was not used. It was to thicken the roux. They used sassafras. And for us and they can't tell me that they're using okra to thicken no gravy when the okra is slimy. When would you use okra to thicken gravy? Salute. And anybody that I see putting okra anybody I see that don't understand and they putting okra in their gumbo, they cutting it up in whole pieces. They not even using it as a powder. They using it like it's part of the Holy Trinity, like it's part of the onions, celery, and bell pepper. See, so this is being disproved right in front of your face. If okra don't belong in gumbo, then the word gumbo could not come from Africa. It could not come from King Gombo or Akin Gombo. In fact, it's an indigenous word, just like the food gumbo. The Choctaw word kumbo refers to ground sassafras leaves, commonly known as fire powder, which is used to thicken and flavor traditional stews. It is considered one of the potential linguistic roots, the stem of the Louisiana dish gumbo from the Choctaw. It ain't from the West Africa. It ain't from King Gombo. It's from the word kumbo, a Choctaw word. Sassafras didn't grow in Africa. Okra didn't grow in Louisiana. Okra originated in Africa, specifically in the region of modern-day Ethiopia, Eritrea, and Sudan. Okra ain't indigenous to the United States of America. Okra was not found in America. Gumbo don't come from the African word for okra. Gumbo comes from the Native American, indigenous American, copper-colored word kumbo, referring to the ground sassafras leaves, commonly known as fire powder, used for thickening and flavoring traditional stew. The Choctaw in Louisiana. They trying to conceal your history with lies. They trying to take you and put you somewhere else where they don't even make this at. They don't even make gumbo in Africa. It's not a tradition from Africa. It's an indigenous American tradition. It's an Indian tradition. onion, celery, and bell peppers. Not okra. Lies. Louisiana French for okra. Combo, the word combo is for sassafras. They telling you the word gumbo is for okra. Hey, one general in the house, salute. I mean, it's easy if you got your third eye open. It's easy to see where the deception come in at. It's easy to see. Well, my grandma told me the gumbo come from the Chata because they use sassafras in the stew. And the white man, no, gumbo comes from the Bantu language of Africa. And it means okra, because you wasn't no sassafras. You guys use okra in your stew. You use okra because okra is from Africa, not sassafras. You use okra in that stew. Man, people gotta understand, man. We got our own culture, man, and people gotta respect that. And the first people to respect it need to be us. And then and to understand your culture, you gotta know everything. You need to know more about your culture than everybody else. When somebody making some fake gumbo, you need to tell them, man, that ain't real gumbo. That ain't even supposed to go in there. You need to tell them. How to make gumbo. Let's see how many people we got. There might be a con. Like I got on the bonnet, man. Look, man. See, man, in my eyes, if you wear a bonnet or if you wear barrettes in my head, in my eyes, you ain't no Indian. You ain't no Indian in my eyes. You an African. You might be an Indian for real, but you got on the bonnet though, bro. I can't even respect that, bro. Look at this fool, man. He got on the bonnet and some pajama pants, man. You gotta cut this bullshit out, man. Just somebody got some big old shrimp and they that was a niglet hand, yup. And let's see what he working.
I'm convinced the first person who made gumbo just accidentally burnt the roux and then told it.
Like he got some celery in there. Nah, that ain't celery. That's something else. He might got celery in there too, but I don't know what that is. That ain't celery? That's celery. He got some celery in there.
Everybody was on purpose because standing there and actually staring for an hour is actually crazy. But guess what? It turned out very nice, so we ain't complaining.
Another thing, Beyonce Mama talking about she cooked her gumbo for 18 hours straight. I said 18 hours. I said, what the hell? I said, that ain't how you cook gumbo. It don't take 18 hours to cook no gumbo. I said, what the hell? That ain't gumbo she cooking. She making it. I'm like, man, and they say people was getting sick. They say, I'm gonna go back to some videos out there in the rodeo. They say people was getting sick. They done ate some of that witch's brew. That's some of that ramen noodle gumbo out there Beyonce Mama was selling. They say people was getting sick. They say they got food poisoning. I said she was poisoning people on purpose. If you telling me it took you 18 hours to cook something, you cooking up some bacteria in my eyes. I don't know what the hell you cooking take 18 hours. Salute. Nothing I cook take no 18 hours.
Gumbo is one of those dishes that's very easy to make, but also very easy to mess up. So buckle up because you're gonna need
once you start putting everything
now, to make everything go very nice and smooth. Go ahead and prep everything. The bell peppers, the onions, the garlic, the celery, all of it.
Okay, bro got the bell pepper, the onions, and the celery. Salute. He know what he doing. That was what I was looking for. He ain't got no okra. He got fire powder.
to the side. Season the chicken with very nice salt, pepper seasoning, some salt and pepper, and a little vinegar to help the flavor penetrate deeper. Also, make sure you prep some sauces because it's gonna bring in so much flavor to the gumbo. Using the pot over medium-high heat, we're gonna throw in the chicken. We're just looking for a nice color. We ain't looking to cook them through. Remove, set it to the side, and come through with the sauces and do the same thing. In addition to the oil we had left in the pan, I threw in some clarified butter because everything's butter with butter, man. We added some flour and we start making that roux, and that's when all the fun starts. Now, no joke, you have to stir for at least 45 to an hour on low heat until it reaches this dark color. Then and only then can you come through with the peppers and onions. Saute that for a bit before you come through with the celery along with the garlic. Now we're gonna come through with some unsalted chicken stock, making sure we're stirring the entire time. I season with.
I don't know about all that garlic though, bro. You adding shit. See, when I make my cookbook, I'm not gonna be adding now. When you if you want to niggerize the recipe on your own, that's cool and all. Cause we like to do that shit. That's some niggerism. But if I'm making a cookbook though, I'm not putting all that
niggardry at work.
I'm not putting all that niggerism in the cookbook, man. We gonna stick to the script what the ancestors was making, and cause we want people to understand we not doing it to show you how I do it. We ain't doing it for that though.
It happened
we doing
on
it.
one of them.
We doing it. We doing it the whole of culture and show people this is tradition. This is the base ingredients: onions, bell pepper, celery, and the roux and whatever else. We if you want to add shit, that's cool. Niggerize it on your own. But in the cookbook, we gonna be more professional than that. We sticking to the script. Salute. Cause we don't want to next thing you know, 30 years, 50 years from now, people gonna talk about, well, you supposed to have garlic in there, and that shit don't even go in there. Just like they doing with okra, talking about it's supposed to go in the gumbo and they don't even go in there. And look at this. Hold on. Okay, so that was a good example, but look at this shit. Hold on, man. Let me go back to Beyonce Mama videos. It was some comments in one. Hold on, where is that, man? Well, they were roasting her. Yeah. Let me see the bad reviews. And people in the comment section. This what I be talking about. They in there talking about all the wrong. Somebody said, where the tomatoes in the corn at? I'm like, ain't no tomatoes in corn supposed to go in no damn gumbo. That's not gumbo. Where the comments at? Hold on, is this one? See, some of these people turning off the comments because they Beehive fans and they don't want nobody roasting they boo. I like Beyonce, she cool, but we roasting her ass though. We roasting her mom at least. Look, maybe it's not about the money. They need souls. Maybe they are spiritually broken. What the hell? See, people, they taking this. Look, note to the witches brew. Look, see. Hey, this what I be talking about. Our people gonna roast you. That's why even if our people don't know that we Indians and they don't even know the real deal, she still getting roasted because they know something ain't right. They know something ain't right. They nose telling them. They know this is not gumbo. See, because they even Nagas that's not conscious of who we is. They not conscious of our identity. They just might be just some regular old Nagas. They might even listen to Dr. Umar. But they see this and they roasting her because they know inherently, they know what we inherited. They know this is not gumbo. They know their grandma ain't cook it like that. Their aunts ain't cook it like that. They Nagas, even the Pan-African fake Nagas, they even know that ain't gumbo because it's we not. They know what we already used to. You can't come with nothing fake and tell us is that. Look, curse in the cup. Look, some of y'all they roasting them. People's stomach hurt because it's that 16-ounce shrimp. See, they cooked up that bacteria shrimp. Shrimp got bacteria in there. Shrimp all crunchy. Shrimp ain't supposed to be crunchy. I ain't never ate no crunchy shrimp. Look, I live in Florida. The part I live in is known for the mangroves. So if somebody sells mangoes that are a different color and size and flavor, I would be knowledgeable enough to know that they ain't mangoes. So if the one says that ain't gumbo, it ain't gumbo. Hey, New Orleans. Hey, salute to New Orleans. But gumbo was cooked all through the Southeast. Look, I'm gonna show y'all what gumbo was being cooked at in ancient times real quick. All along the Southeast. Let me remind y'all. Yeah, Louisiana represent that. It probably did originate in Louisiana. That's probably where the first bowl of gumbo ever came out of. Who knows? But I know it's Southeast indigenous culture. This is what I'm gonna show you. Like I say, it probably did. This where gumbo was being cooked at, all through here. They call it the Black Belt. Where the indigenous people lived at. All along here, gumbo getting cooked. Everywhere you got some water, people catching shrimp and crabs, gumbo getting cooked. Gumbo getting cooked all over this bitch. Niggas in Carolina cooking gumbo, just like grits getting cooked everywhere. Like they say grits come from the either Georgia or the Carolinas. First niggas really turned corn into grits. But we all eat grits. So it ain't like, oh, grits, you know what I'm saying? Only niggas in Carolina. No, all the niggas know how to cook grits. It's like all the niggas know all the real niggas know how to make gumbo. I make gumbo better than Tina knows. That nasty ass gumbo. Ain't nobody eat. She ain't gonna be able to sell nothing else to eat in her life, you know what I'm saying? For the rest of her life, she is never gonna be able to sell nothing to eat. And once you get started on cooking one time, it's over. Once somebody say one time your shit nasty, it's over for your ass. You can't come back talking about, all right, with this time, with this rodeo, y'all got me on the gumbo last time. This rodeo, I brought jambalaya. And I was like, nah, you don't get no second chance. You don't get your ass can't cook. Hey. But like people gotta be crazy though. Like if you can't really like, I don't expect everybody to know the truth because everybody getting fed the lies. Like even when you see this, let's go to this real quick. Hold on. Look at here. Let me see how to make gumbo. Look, it's some more videos. Hold on. Cooking with Denny's. That's an old grandma right there. I watched some of her videos. She know what she doing, but her sound ain't that good, so we ain't gonna go to the gumbo one on. Yeah, look at this. Now see, this is what I'm talking about people not knowing the culture.
What I call
people throwing our culture to another land. Let's watch some of this. This is PBS fair use. I know PBS gonna want to strike my shit. They gonna say you're not supposed to be using our shit,
sometimes
Blackjack.
You can do a lot over some food. In New Orleans, we do a lot over food. We meet and plan big things over food. Gumbos are a good mixture of things, of food, and sometimes I say people are like gumbo pot. It takes all different kinds of people to make a good world, just like it takes all kinds of things to make a good bowl of gumbo.
So, what goes into a good gumbo? I'm in New Orleans visiting a 95-year-old New Orleans chef, art and jazz lover.
So she was that lady talk, she was 95 at the time. This video came out 7 years ago. So if she's still alive, she'll be 102 right now.
The legendary Leah Chase for a master class in cooking this famous Louisiana dish.
Salute.
How you doing, Miss Chase?
I am fine, Dr. Conyers. I am fine. I'm happy to be here.
It's a pleasure to be here at your restaurant, the Doogie Chase restaurant. It's an institution in the New Orleans community.
Well, thank you so much, and I'm glad you're here.
Oh, wow.
You know, Dr. Conyers, you'll find all kinds of gumbos here in this city. But you know, I have not had a bad one.
Fair use.
One thing I have learned living here is that New Orleanians are very particular about their gumbo.
See, Niggas particular about that gumbo. Niggas ain't playing. You can't come with no nasty fake gumbo. You gonna get called out. Yeah, Niggas particular.
Over this country, all over, you think gumbo, what do you think about?
So
okra.
That's the
wrong. Salute. That's what I want to show y'all. Boom shakalaka. You don't think okra. See how the culture gets twisted? Now watch this.
Gumbo I'm accustomed to in South Carolina: okra and tomato and corn and shrimp.
Okra, tomato, and corn does not go in gumbo. Ain't no tangy taste in gumbo. Ain't no slimy taste in the real original gumbo.
No corn, Dr. Conyers. Don't put corn in gumbo.
Hey, she told her you don't put corn in that, and she said okra, but you don't put okra in gumbo either. See, this what I'm talking about, man. This what I'm talking about. This how you get candied sweet potatoes starting to be, people starting to call them candied yams. They giving your culture to Africa, and you ain't never had a yam. A yam and a sweet potato is two different things. A yam ain't even sweet. This is how your culture. This is how the deception. This is how the deception starts. Letting them call your candy sweet potatoes yam is like you letting them call you black or a nigga instead of an Indian. Instead of an indigenous person, you let them call you an African American. When you let them call your candy sweet potatoes yams, you're doing the same thing. When you talking about okra in your gumbo, you're doing the same thing.
Miss Leah Chase is known as the queen of Creole cuisine, and Dookie Chase restaurant is famous in New Orleans, especially for its gumbo. A Louisiana gumbo is a dish that represents three founding cultures: African, Native American, and European.
Lies. Nothing European about gumbo, nothing African about gumbo. See how people are trying to intercept, take over your culture and take claim for it, throwing other ingredients in it. This man was talking about tomatoes and corn and shit. We don't put corn in every damn thing, fool. Yeah, we like corn, fool. Yeah, PBS been an art. Facts.
The Spanish and French.
Now they giving the Spanish and the French. This man just said Africans, Native Americans, Englishmen, the Spanish and the French. Everybody just got together and made gumbo, huh?
Made from ingredients easily available in this part of the country: wild game, sausage, seafood, and vegetables.
See, okra wasn't available. Okra wasn't available in the country until about the 1800s when they started bringing it over here. In the 1500s and before, okra wasn't available. In the 1600s, okra wasn't available. They was making gumbo with what? Sassafras.
You make
right. See, man, I understand what they're doing. Y'all think I be trying to be funny, man? Black Jack hard. He say don't he man. I like okra, man. Why Black Jack don't want us to put okra in there? Y'all think I just be being hard? Black Jack say he hate okra. Nah, nigga. I'm trying to show y'all something how they trying to deceive us. How they trying to put you somewhere else. Look, when did hold on, damn. Can't even see. I turn my light on. Let me see. Man, still ain't right. Hold on, man. I can't see what the hell I'm doing, y'all. Got my light off. Some got a dog on my ass. When did okra arrive in America? In America, not Japan. Look, from the late 17th to early 18th century. Roughly the 1650s to 1730s. I thought they told you though, enslaved Africans snuck it over here on the slave boat in his booty hole. He said, "Hold up, let me go get my okra." I thought they just told us that a little while back. American Indian indigenous people did not have access to okra, and when they was making gumbo. The Choctaw did not have access to no okra. The Choctaw Indian, the Negro Indian made gumbo. And it comes from the word combo. It don't come from no African word. It refers to the ground sassafras leaves commonly known as fire powder, which is used to thicken and flavor traditional stews. Traditional since the beginning of time. It is considered one of the potential linguistic roots for the Louisiana dish gumbo. It is the root for gumbo. It is the root for gumbo. It is not West Africa. And we know it's not West Africa because okra is not a traditional ingredient in gumbo. So the word gumbo has to come from combo because sassafras is the fire. Gumbo has to come from combo, not king gumbo, not okra. Salute. This is very easy. This is very easy to see. Okra is not a thickener for a stew. This is a lie. This is deception. This is deceive you and make you think you an African booty scratcher. Think you a West African Bantu booty scratcher. Talking about gumbo come from king gumbo, which means okra. Gumbo don't come from king. I don't care if king gumbo means okra. Gumbo does not come from that word. Gumbo comes from the word combo. They don't make gumbo in Africa. They make gumbo in America. Gumbo comes from the Choctaw word combo, which means ground sassafras leaves. The original ingredient of the traditional foul gumbo, sassafras. Traditional foul gumbo. The tradition, the origin, the indigenous, the ancient, the aboriginal, the origin, the original, traditional, foul gumbo. Foul is sassafras. It's not okra. I don't care what nobody says. Foul, sassafras, ground sassafras leaves. The word combo. The true root of the dish, gumbo. They did not use both.
You big dummy.
That's right, the Choctaw. The earliest, let's see, is the earliest mention of gumbo from Africa, or is it from the Choctaw? Let's see. The earliest recorded mention of the Choctaw. Hold on, let's go back and read that briefing before we read it. The earliest, the original, the aboriginal, the indigenous, the first recorded mention of the Choctaws is believed to date back to 1540, when they were living in the southern Mississippi area by the early 1700s. All right, let's see. They talking about that gumbo though. $1540. About that gumbo though. We talking about gumbo. Fake Choctaw. Even when they talk about the fake Choctaw with their fake images, we really know they talking about us, right? Choctaw is an unincorporated community. History of the Choctaws. Choctaws prospered and grew. The Choctaw Apache tribe. I would never be locked into a deception. Like, you can lie to me real hard, you can lie to my face, but I'm gonna be able to see through to the truth. I don't care if the white man lie about history. You can't fool me. I cannot be fooled. I don't care what you or the white man say. I can see with my own eyes. I can see that gumbo come from the word combo, which is indigenous to America. I can see that clearly. I don't even need nobody to tell me that. I just see that with my own eyes. I know it don't come from okra. Gumbo primarily originates from West African Bantu languages. Lies. The Choctaw word combo refers to foul, ground sassafras. So if gumbo stew was originally made with ground sassafras, where does the word originally come from? Salute. It's that simple. It's that simple. Ground sassafras is the original ingredient of gumbo stew and not okra. Gumbo clearly comes from the word combo, not in gumbo. Let's see how many niggas on YouTube using okra in they gumbo. Let's go back to that. Let's see. how to make gumbo. We got all kind of, we got Europeans on here making gumbo. We got all kind of other people making gumbo. Let's go back to this Louisiana goat.
Is burn your roux.
Let's see what she putting in there.
Color, which will
I ain't never seen nobody put okra. You got to make your gravy first. You got to make your roux first, and then you got to add your bell peppers, onion, and your celery. I ain't never seen nobody add no okra. If okra go in gumbo, when do you put it in there? What's the process? If okra supposed to go in gumbo, when does it get added?
The richer the flavor. But as I said, this is on a medium high, and you have to work quickly. If you're not accustomed to making roux, reduce your heat. Put it on a medium. I'm going to reduce mine right now. Put it on a medium heat and work slowly. You're going to notice that now the roux is getting even darker. And really the very best roux for a gumbo is a black roux. However, it's very difficult to get a black roux. You have to turn your pot down. Usually I like to make a black roux very slowly. And it may take you up to about 45 minutes on a very low heat.
Not 18 hours though.
We're getting darker and darker.
All right, when you add, let me see, add them veggies.
Alrighty, I have added to my roux. And if you can see it, it's very dark. I've added the Holy Trinity.
The Holy Trinity. She said she added the Holy Trinity. Did she add any okra? No, she added onions, bell peppers, and celery.
Again, my onions, bell pepper, and celery. I'm going to also toss in my green onions. And I'm going to stir my vegetables around in the roux.
No okra.
You see, it's getting sort of a muddy.
All right, we're not gonna watch her whole video. It's kind of long, but I just want to see how many niggas put in okra. So far, no okra. Let's see. Except we had one old lady said she used okra, but I don't know about her. I don't know about her. Okra ain't nowhere near the ingredients. Let's see what everybody else got. Let me see. We gotta look at their hand, make sure it's a niglet hand. I don't want to see what everybody. I don't want to see what the other races of men doing. I want to see what our people doing. Did we look at his? We looked at his already, didn't we? I know. Nah, is that the dude we looked at? We looked at one dude. Man, look at this ass goofy little nigga here, man. Let's go on to pajama.
If you looking for a meal that's gonna bring,
he don't know what he doing. He don't know what he. Oh, let's see what he got. Why was he making them? Why was he licking his tongue like that, man? So he ain't even cut his chicken up first. He just gonna put a whole piece of chicken in there, huh? See, niggas want to niggify everything, man. Okay, he got onions and bell peppers and celery. Looked like he put the Holy Trinity in there. I didn't see no okra. See, I know Nagas gonna add their own twist in there. You got Nagas out there talking about let me put a shot of Grey Goose in the gumbo. I know you Nagas adding stuff. I'm just saying, I don't see nobody add no okra though. All right, bro ain't. See, he weird, man. Why he doing that tongue thing, man? It's some weird people on YouTube, man. I know I be wilding, but it's some weirdos on here for real. Let me see what another nigga did. What this nigga here doing. Oh, that's the nigga we looked at already. Okay, we already looked at that nigga. Let's look at another nigga. Hold on. Down here, we ain't look at the other nigga down here. Let's see what he did. Hold on, where he at? Say, why you call him a nigga, Black Jack? Somebody asked me that. Hold on, where the other little nigga went at? We saw a third nigga. What's the secret ingredient? And see, secret ingredients. I don't want to know about those. No, we talking about tradition right now. The best chicken and sausage gumbo. Yeah. All right, he might be a brother. See, we gotta watch out because the tether might pop up too. So we gotta see we gotta check for the accent.
All right, y'all. This is the V-Bore Airjet. It has a 5-ton.
Check their genealogy real quick.
All right, so boom, check it out, y'all. So we finna go down to that today. You heard me? We finna make us a chicken and sausage
he
gumbo.
said you heard me.
And it's actually a lot easier than you might think if you ain't never made it before. And if you're from Louisiana, or maybe you just know about it, but do you put potato salad with your gumbo or not? You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments. And if you ain't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you keep up with all the recipes that's gonna be coming your way.
Come on with the ingredients, bro. Let's see what you're working with.
I do my thing in the kitchen. My name is Cord. I'm for the time, not a long time.
Whole more flavor, and then you can cook them for a longer time without getting dried out. You ain't gotta overload on flavor because a lot of it's gonna come from the gumbo itself. All right, with the roux and everything else. So go ahead and hit this with some salt. Just your real basic seasoning, some garlic powder, onion powder, and a little black pepper. So go ahead, just get this mixed up real good. So now, of course, if you're cooking for the masses, you know what I mean, it's probably best to use some gloves. But I'm cooking at home for my family, so you know what I mean, just wash your hands. Now, we ain't trying to season these down or nothing like that. You're just trying to get a little flavor to them, that's it.
I don't season, but lightly
if
anyway.
You know. It's finna get serious.
Oh, got a crock pot.
So we got a pound of andouille sliced sausages. We're gonna go ahead and add this on in. And we're gonna add our chicken thighs in. Alright, so we're gonna let this go for about 3 minutes each side. Then we're gonna set this aside.
That ain't that tenderness.
Right there at the bottom, we're gonna save that because that's gonna be flavor. Now we're gonna turn this heat off real quick. We got us a half a cup of some oil, half a cup of some vegetable oil. Add it on into your pot. Then half a cup of some all-purpose flour. This is the base for your roux. All right? See,
not
gonna hold you.
I ain't gonna hold you either, bro. He know how to make his gravy right. Salute. He know how to make his roux right. He got the juices from the meat, the flavorize, the roux. He know what he doing. See, a lot of people say, "Our peeping game." See, a lot of people you saw a lot of people they was making their roux just with the flour and the water and the other mixtures, but they wasn't using no juices from the meat. Like they wasn't cooking the meat first, then using that juice. He the first one I seen do it.
Important part, and it's hella tedious, but you just gotta trust the process. All right, you finna be stirring this thing for about at least 20 minutes. So if you got anything to do,
low and slow, got that thing on low.
Hopefully you don't gotta go to the bathroom. Hopefully you ain't got nothing. Don't answer text. Just focus on stirring this. It's on medium high for about the next 20 minutes. So yeah, it's gonna change colors after a while. Put you a timer on, put you on a playlist or something, just vibe.
Hey, love, live, Papa Shorty in the house, Luke.
Cause listen, if you don't learn nothing else about this, if you mess up the roux, you gotta start over.
If you mess up the roux, shit gonna be looking crazy out there. You gonna be looking like Tina Knowles out there. Ain't nobody gonna eat that shit. Can't be messing up on the roux. Gotta get that shit right.
Now we done got close. We not done yet. You gotta keep stirring. Alright, so you want this to be chocolate. This is like a milk chocolate, but we want it. So we close, but we still got a little ways to go. So if you need to go do something, please make sure you got a sub or somebody to stand in and keep stirring.
You gotta make the roux on low.
You gotta tap in with my cookbook, Kitchen Culture. All right, the best big bag cookbook on the market. I mean, it ain't all big bag recipes. It's like
big bag cookbook.
3 vegetable recipes. You know, I kind of feel like I overdid a little bit. But
this nigga really said a big bag cookbook. This nigga literally said a big bag cookbook, bro. See, I gotta come with the copper color. All these niggas making cookbook white, bro. I'm in the kitchen and I'm gonna do some push-ups. This nigga here look like he been lifting box Chevys and shit. Crazy ass nigga out here. He got a cookbook called Big Bites. Nigga, I can do push-ups too, nigga. Give me some push-ups and bring my book, nigga. Copper color cookbook. Nigga, get my bow and arrow, nigga. Salute.
So it's all sorts of recipes up in this thing. So you got some buffalo chicken sliders up in there.
Buffalo
chipotle
chicken?
garlic.
You better have some niglet stuff in there. Let me see what else you got.
Shrimp, you know what I mean? Cocktails. Hey, that's me. Some basil garlic lamb chops. Deep fried ribs, you know what I'm saying? It's all sorts of stuff in here, from deep fried goodness to holiday meals, mac and cheese, cocktails.
Mac and cheese.
The possibilities is endless. But look, grab you a copy of the book through my YouTube shop. Or
I just heard a bunch of indigenous foods. Salute.
Description box below. But back to the recipe though.
Okay, so look, the best thing about this is once you get past the roux, it's pretty much up from there. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna subscribe to Brunch Channel.
Kind of recipe after that. So what you're looking for is like a dark, almost a little bit darker than peanut butter type of color. You know what I'm saying? Almost this color. Now, if you kind of grew up how I grew up, like, it was always somebody with a fundraiser selling the world's finest chocolates, like, almost the color of them turtles. You feel me? So, like this. Alright, now we're gonna kick things off real, alright? So we got our diced yellow onion. We're gonna add that into the pot.
Fair use YouTube.
We got our diced garlic cloves. One diced up red bell pepper.
He doing too much now. He niggerizing me.
Honestly, red or green, that's your call, man. We're gonna get some roughly chopped celery. So with this, we're gonna let this cook.
I'm gonna give him, even though he niggerizing it, he adding, I mean, he remixing it, but he ain't put no okra in that bitch. Salute. I ain't see no okra. Anybody saw some okra? I ain't see no okra. I'm saying, look, it's looking pretty unanimous right now. The nigglets ain't rocking with the okra. Let's see. Where the Africans at? Where the Africans showing off how they make gumbo? Where's the Africans showing off how they make king gumbo with okra at? Why is no videos of Africans making king gumbo? Everything coming out of New Orleans look like over here in America somewhere. How to make gumbo. We got other races. Like this guy here, he done hung around the nigglets. He said, yeah, I learned how to make gumbo. Gumbo face ass. Forrest Gumbo head having ass. Is that okra? Is that okra? Look, who is this? Let's see. Somebody doesn't know what they're doing.
There's nothing like access to the largest global airport lounge network.
If you just like okra, you just like okra. The point we just making, it ain't really a part of what's going gumbo. And we pointing out that gumbo is really indigenous American food with our ingredients.
Okay, so let's start with our ingredients. Okay, I'm using 2 pounds of red Argentine shrimp, 8 boneless, skinless chicken thighs, 2 tablespoons of Cajun seasoning, 5 andouille sausages, 2 tablespoons of chicken flavored bouillon powder, and 5 bay leaves. I know you see 3, but I use 5. 5 3/4 tablespoons of gumbo.
Got sassafras. That's sassafras. Gumbo fowl. That's sassafras.
Filet. 8 cups of low sodium chicken broth. Okay, 8 cups. I'm using 1 cup of chopped parsley, 3 celery stalks diced. I'm not going to use the ends of the stalks because they tend to be bitter. 1 green bell pepper diced, 1 yellow onion diced, and 5 garlic cloves sliced. I'm also going to use
so the garlic and the parsley, the only thing, I ain't see no okra. That was bell peppers, and she got the Holy Trinity. So see, Naga sticking to the base ingredients. A lot of Nagas add their extra little zap to it, and that's cool. I'm cracking jokes and stuff about it, but I'm just saying, on the seriousness of it, the tradition of it, the origin of it, what was originally in it. That's the point I'm making here.
Oil and 2 cups of all-purpose flour and 4 cups of frozen okra. So let's start by seasoning the chicken and the shrimp. You can use any type of shrimp. You do not have to use red Argentine, okay? For your chicken thighs, make sure that you have cleaned, dried them off, and you also want to chop up your chicken, okay? We're going to add 1 tablespoon of Cajun seasoning to the chicken and 1 tablespoon to the shrimp and mix it up.
Hey.
Add a small amount of oil.
I've been watching a lot of cooking. But see, I just don't want people to miss the point of what we got going on, man. It's points we make jokes in here, but it's points that we make that's important. It's points that we make that's important. And the importance of the point is showing is we going back to the root of things. Look on this video, backlash.
So you can't be too mad at me if
they were roasting her in the comments. We can't lose the forest for the trees. Look, besides corn and onions, I don't want none of the rest of that. Corn and onions. Hold on. Look. Somebody said no okra, no corn, tomatoes, onions, and potatoes or beans. Child, bye. None of that stuff don't go in gumbo. Corn don't go in there. Okra don't go in there. Tomatoes don't go in there. Onions go in there. Potatoes, beans don't go in there. This is what I mean, man. See, this why, man. This why I don't eat every woman cooking. This is what I'm talking about right here, man. This why I'm picky about how I eat. Like, I gotta watch these women and what they cook and making me no fake gumbo. You got tomatoes in the gumbo. You know, what is that? That ain't gumbo. No. Hey, look, beside corn and onions, I don't want none of the rest of it. They just putting what they want to put in the gumbo. Look, I'm born and raised in New Orleans. That's why I cook my own gumbo. Everybody can't cook gumbo. Just because you are from Louisiana doesn't mean you can cook gumbo. Shots fired. They're not trying to bash her because they're fans, and that's why the world is effed up today. And people like me are hated because we tell the truth. Who is that? So, hey, he out here roasting. She got over on all of you. That was Campbell soup. You know what I'm saying? And she charged him $25 for it. She charged him $25 for some Campbell soup with ramen noodles in it. Old girl said you only get 3 shrimp. Louisiana here, if she doesn't throw that dog slop in a cup away. See, the nigga, it's hard. Well, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. The type of people our people is. I be trying to make points because I see what it is. I see we got specific ways, and if we gon' preserve our culture, we gotta do it the right way. For real, we're gonna preserve. We gotta do it the right way. Just like we gotta start calling sweet potatoes yams. You know what I'm saying? All this kind of stuff because we're giving our culture to other people. When you call a candied sweet potato candied yam, you basically saying they came from Africa. You giving Africans and Africans don't even make candied sweet potatoes. They don't even make that. They don't even candy their yams, let alone some sweet potatoes. A yam is a bitter root. It ain't nothing sweet about a yam. Look, somebody put eating that voodoo juice. Nagas gonna roll. See, I don't worry about it. Even these, and a lot of these Nagas don't even know we Indians too. A lot of these Nagas on here, they just think we black people or something. They don't even know the truth about who he is, but they still roasting her ass because they know something's not right. They know this is not right. This what I'm saying. I smell the sacrifice coming. They said people was getting sick eating that fake gumbo, man. Look, alright, man. But I like sticking to the real, man. I like see. So making how to make traditional gumbo. Let's solve it for once and for all. Damn, I can't see again. I need to cut my light on and stop playing. How to make traditional gumbo with sassafras file filet, whatever you want to call it. I ain't gonna be the language police or nothing. Whatever y'all want to call it, y'all call it the niglet juice. Traditional gumbo with sassafras is made by creating a dark roux simmering with the Holy Trinity, onion, bell pepper, And cause see, onions, bell peppers, and celery, that got a specific taste to it. Just like sassafras got a specific taste. So it's telling you right off, you making the roux, and you adding the vegetables out, you simmering it, and then you add the holy trinity, the onion, bell pepper, and the celery. You don't even add the sassafras fire yet. That's added at the end. You don't even cook that. That's just thrown on there. But it say you make the broth with the meats, then add 1 to 2 teaspoons of fire powder right at the end of cooking to thicken and flavor without becoming stringy. It is usually served with rice and extra fire for sprinkling. So see, they telling you basically you make the gravy, you throw the holy trinity in there, the onion, the bell pepper, and celery. You get that flavoring going. Put the broth and the juices from the meats and your meats in there, and you add a tablespoon or 2 of sassafras powder at the end to thicken it, so it ain't watery like Beyonce Mama's on was. Salute. Hey, Sal said she correct out of love. Hey, I ain't tripping, Sal. I know you correct out of love. I ain't tripping. I just don't want to lose focus on what the real point is, though. I want everybody to be paying attention to what the point is. How it did not come from. I be going ham on okra, and I know it's people I know they like okra. I know some people that like okra. I don't like it, but I know some people that like it. I don't be trying to. I go ham on it though, just to really prove a point. What I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? That okra don't belong in there. I'm trying to say because okra and gumbo don't come from Africa. That's the whole purpose of it. It ain't ready to make. I know some people listen like, man, Blackjack, I like okra, nigga. Fuck you. Okay, Naga, you can eat your okra, Naga. I don't care. I'm just trying to make a point about this show about where the hell gumbo really come from. People hijacking our culture. We gotta hijack it back. They ain't hijacking our shit. We gotta take it back. Traditional Cajun gumbo. Even putting the word Cajun on there, what that really mean? If it don't mean niggly, it don't mean nothing to me. Cajun and Creole, what that mean? Traditional gumbo made with roux, shrimp, sausage, and crab meat. Gumbo filet powder. File filet is made from dried sassafras leaves. Cube ham and slice. See, I don't eat all that. I have to put I'll put some shrimp and some crab meat in mine, maybe a little chicken, maybe some beef sausage, but all this other ham and shit, pass on that. See, if a Naga if I look, the Choctaw Indians pounded sassafras leaves until they form a powder before eating. Look. See, man, it's easy to find the truth, but you gotta know what to look for. See, if you start throwing okra in the mix, you ain't gonna pull this shit right here, cause okra came later. Okra not what the original was. Okra came with the Africans and all that shit. To try to make you an African. If you don't know about the sassafras, you ain't gonna find the true origin. The New Orleans seafood five filet gumbo. My Louisiana seafood is packed with buku flavor. Buku. It's packed with buku flavor. It's filled with smoked sausage, crab, shrimp, and the holy trinity, onion, bell pepper, and celery. This comforting classic is guaranteed to be a hit. How come nobody ain't mentioning okra, man? That's what I want y'all to pay attention to. Everybody's talking about it. Ain't nobody mention okra. But we gonna let the white man and the pan and Dr. Umar tell us that, yeah, see, gumbo come from Africa. See, yeah, because it mean okra. Ain't nobody putting it in their gumbo, though. This is what I'm talking about. As the people, this is the stuff that I say we need to pay attention to. Instead of letting somebody tell us stuff, yeah, man, it come from the word King Gumbo because it mean okra, because y'all be having okra in there. Meanwhile, nobody putting okra in their gumbo. Just lies. Just lies on top of lies. And the truth is that it come from the Choctaw and the sassafras, because nobody wasn't putting, everybody putting fire or filet in their gumbo. Ain't nobody putting no damn okra. Ain't nobody putting no okra because we didn't have access to okra. Okra is from Africa. They didn't have access to okra in those times. Bell pepper. This comforting classic is guaranteed to be a hit. Here are some of my favorite dishes. How to make seafood gumbo recipe. What is the key ingredients? The chop. See, I'm making mine. I ain't making my gumbo like no Africans. I'm making mine like the Choctaw. I'm sticking to the script. I ain't Africans don't even be making gumbo. They're taking credit for stuff that they ain't even come up with. I'm making mine like the Choctaw, man. I ain't rocking with that African stuff, man. Damn that shit. I'm doing just like the Choctaw Indians. I'm doing like my people, my ancestors. They pounded the sassafras leaf and made file or filet or whatever you want to call it until they made a powder. They didn't use no okra because okra was not available. Okra wasn't available. What in the world? The PGA. Let me turn my light on once and for all. My dog can hit on my ass. Okra wasn't available. I don't care what nobody say. Okra wasn't available. You gotta show me your proof. Show me your proof that the okra was available. Okra origin. Let's not make no assumptions. Let's see what the AI tell us. The origin of okra. Okra originated in Africa, not America. Specifically in the region that they call in Ethiopia, in the Sudan. The Choctaw didn't have access to okra when they made their gumbo. They had access to sassafras. Sassafras, a native aromatic tree found throughout Louisiana. They weren't finding okra throughout Louisiana. They was finding sassafras. And the Choctaw use it to make a fire powder in the bowl they call combo, which is the origin of the word gumbo. And then the African booty scratchers tried to steal it and talking about it came from king gumbo and some okra. They say it was the crucial thickening and flavoring agent in Louisiana gumbo. They say it was crucial. They said they never heard of an okra back in those times. They said the native Choctaw, the indigenous Choctaw, they said it was sassafras that was all around Louisiana in those days. They said we'll make our gumbo with this. You can't make powder with okra. Let's see if they're making the powder with okra. Maybe you can. Maybe I take that back. Maybe you can dry up some okra. You can get all the sliminess out of it and somehow make a powder. That ain't what we was doing. We was smashing our ancestors were smashing dried sassafras. I never heard of okra as fire. Sassafras, fire, the fire fillet. It's always sassafras. The Native Americans use sassafras. Is sassafras native to Louisiana? Well, we know it grow everywhere. Let's see if it's native there. I don't know. Sassafras, tree that occurs in sandy woods at forest and in disturbed areas such as roadsides and old fields across most of Louisiana, all over Louisiana, except the southeastern parishes. Let's see. I guess it does originate in Louisiana. That makes sense. Nothing about okra is making sense. See me, I go by what you can find the evidence on. I don't even care if it's against what I'm saying. I go with evidence. If I lean in one way but the evidence goes the other way, I'm going with the evidence. It don't matter what my opinion is. It matters what the evidence say. Sassafras is a deciduous tree native to the woodlands of eastern North America. I mean, if we was doing a research paper right now, I done wrote a lot of research papers in my life, in college and in high school. I mean, I'd be glad to do another one, write one, and we talk about all the evidence about sassafras and gumbo and Choctaw and coming from North America. Nothing to do with Africa, a place I've never been and never will go. I'll write my research paper, 15 pages long, and I debunk okra in the whole thing. Yup. Sassafras. Look, does gumbo have sassafras? Today, Louisiana Creole still add powdered sassafras. And the Holy Trinity. Onions, bell peppers, and celery. And okra nowhere in sight. See, they done connected you to Africa with your indigenous food. That's the point I'm trying to make. You got a whole indigenous American dish that you eat. You got a whole indigenous American Choctaw stew that niggas make. That niggas, black Americans, FBA, whatever you want to call us, it originate with us. The origin go back to the Choctaw Indians, and people still want to give it to Africa. You want to call it from West Bantu, and you want to say it came from okra. For the life of me, I just don't get it. It's obvious what the truth is. Okra don't even grow in Louisiana. Sassafras go there. If sassafras grow in Louisiana and the Choctaw is indigenous to Louisiana, what the hell Africa got to do with gumbo? You go in Louisiana, you find sassafras and you find the Choctaw. In ancient Louisiana, amongst other places, we know the Choctaw all over America, but I'm just saying, the Choctaw in Louisiana. That's the first thing I'm gonna say. All right, we know they saying gumbo come from Louisiana. What they saying? Then somebody saying it come from West Africa. Well, who made it? Well, this one say the Choctaw made it. They use sassafras. All right, well, is the Choctaw even in Louisiana? Well, right here say the Choctaw is all in Louisiana. Is sassafras in Louisiana? It told me sassafras grow all over Louisiana. When did okra get in the picture? When a hijacker tried to make you from Africa? When the hijacker tried to say, yeah, this gumbo, it's a whole African word. This got nothing to do with the Indians. This some West African Bantu booty scratcher stuff. This is your African tradition because you use okra that nobody don't use. And nobody had the time or the common sense to say, wait a minute, we don't use okra. Some knockers going with the lie. Yeah, man. I love to put some okra in my gumbo. Some knockers going out here with the lie.
Big dummy.
Yeah, man. You know, white man, right, man. Give me some of that okra for my gumbo. Go back to my African booty scratcher roots. And you getting tricked out your spot, man. You getting tricked right out your spot, man. But that's why I'm here. It's the same way they got you calling your candied sweet potatoes yams. It's the same thing. Hiding your culture and placing you somewhere else. Taking stuff that you originated that nobody else does for some reason. Then saying, yeah, we know nobody else don't do that, but that's their African culture they brought with them. Origins. What is the look, candied yams? Misnomer. A sweet potato is not a yam. You don't candy yams. A yam is a bitter. They telling you your sweet potatoes is coming from Africa. Bantu or something. Let's see. Candied yams actually are sweet potatoes. Yeah, we know that. And have origins and rooted in West Africa when sweet potatoes don't even grow in West Africa. Yeah, we know that sweet potatoes, so we gotta add to the deception. We just gotta say they used the sweet potatoes as a substitute. Traditions of sweetening tubers. What is a tuber? Adapted by enslaved people in America who called sweet potatoes yams due to their similar appearance. A yam looks nothing like a sweet potato. They done gave you another culture. They done told you, yeah, you brought that, yeah, you candied them sweet potatoes. You got that from Africa because you was candying yams out there in Africa. When the African yam is not even a sweet dish. The African yam is a starchy, versatile tuber that is a staple in West African cuisine. Now you got a staple in West African cuisine, huh? You a booty scratcher. Known for its earthy flavor and nutrition value, and is prepared in numerous ways, including boiling, frying, and pounding in a dough, making bread with it. Nobody's just sweetening it though. Where's the Africans candying bitter African yams? Popular dishes include pounded yam, not candied yam, with a goosey soup. Yamarita, fried yam and egg batter. It don't sound like nothing you're doing with a sweet potato. You don't fry your sweet potatoes in egg batter. You don't make yam porridge. The African yam ain't even sweet. It's bitter. Why would you candy something bitter if you brought this from Africa? African yam can be bitter due to naturally occurring toxic alkaloids. They done fooled you. They done brainwashed you into believing you were African. You over here candying sweet potatoes, and they got you calling them yams and placing you in Africa, deceiving you, placing deception upon you, and you can't see through it. You gonna just keep calling your sweet potato, your candied sweet potatoes yams, huh? You might as well keep calling yourself an African American then. You gonna keep talking about okra in your gumbo, talking about it come from West Africa. You might as well be an African American then. You let them steal your culture, your food culture, which is a major part of your identity, and rename it just like they renamed you a nigga. I don't rock with that, man. I don't rock with that. I don't rock with that. I don't rock with Beyonce Mama. And them nasty ass ramen noodle gumbo. I'm rocking out like my hand. I'm rocking out like the Choctaw. I'm rocking out like the original, Aboriginal. I ain't rocking out with this new swing. I ain't rocking out with no remix. I'm doing what the ancestors did. I ain't doing nothing else. I don't care. I'm all about our culture. I ain't about nothing else. And I'm a nasty boy.